Breaking news! More food is thrown out than any other item in landfills. Glass, paper, all other items pale in comparison to the amount of food thrown out by Americans each year. This is Kimberly Allen reporting to you live from inside the trash.
Since the invention of highly successful pesticides in the 60s, more food from agriculture has been produced. Now, with genetically modified organisms, crops are being enhanced, which means more healthy crops can make it to market, causing a surplus of food in stores and households like never before. Unfortunately, not all of the food ends up making it to the market. Fruits and vegetables labeled number 2 are immediately tossed out or left on the ground to rot, costing farmers time and money. This food is wasted before even making it to the market. Of the food that actually does make it out of the farms, 4% is lost in production. Another 4% is lost in the food industry. 6% is lost in supermarkets. 10% is lost in restaurants. And 16% is lost in household waste. In this video, a social experiment was done to see just how much food is still edible even after being thrown away in a trash can.
I love it when these ketchup packets get thrown out. Total waste. A whole cheeseburger. Look at all the food I found from one trash can. It is only 2 p.m. and this just from one garbage bag in one restaurant. Can you just imagine how many garbage bags they go through a day and how many restaurants there are? Just put that into perspective.
A report by the Natural Resources Defense Council says that as much as 40% of all the food produced in the United States never gets eaten.
Americans throw away $165 billion worth of food every year. That's about 20 pounds per person every month.
Americans throw away enough food every year to fill 730 football stadiums.
Large corporations claim that throwing out foods is much cheaper than donating it, especially because the government does not give tax breaks to supermarkets or corporations that do donate.
We should stop the overwasting of food in America because of the immense greenhouse gases that are produced from the decomposing food. And of course, the food that is wasted could be used to feed the hungry.
As the wasting of food becomes more and more, methane production has also risen. Food waste in landfills now gives off 18% of all methane emitted from the U.S. Another problem the end of food waste could solve is the food insecure families across the country could be fed. Poverty and hunger are still a huge problem in the U.S.
First and most obviously, there are many people in this country who need that food. In 2013, nearly 50 million Americans lived in food-insecure households, meaning that at some point in the year, they struggled to put enough food on the table. And the fact that we throw away a third of our food gets pretty alarming when you hear from some of those people.
It's hard. I'll go without food before my kids will. Budget is down to the penny, and it's just not enough still.
It brings you to tears.
Yeah.
Why?
It's just hard. They're so young, and it's hard.
It is crazy that that is happening in a country with 730 football stadiums full of uneaten food. It's insane.
If this excess food could be donated rather than thrown away, and corporations were given tax benefits for doing so, the environment, society, and the country would be much better off.